All right, everyone, welcome back to another video here on my channel. Today we're going to bring you some updates here at the Disneyland Resort, starting off with an update over here at the Stitch parking lot across from downtown Disney. And then I'm going to give you guys a much anticipated, much requested look at what's going on at the Disneyland Hotel, as well as the Paradise Pier Hotel. And then we're going to hop into the parks and check out if anything news over there, as Halloween season is just around the corner. So let's go ahead and get this update started. All right, so I wanted to start my update video right over here at the parking structure, pointing over here towards the Stitch parking lot across from the Lilo parking lot over here. And I'm actually on top of the Pixar Palace parking structure looking over at this here. And a lot of people had speculated early on, even some of our major publications like Orange County Register, that this area could potentially be construction already starting for Disneyland Forward. But Disney was quickly able to refute that and give a statement to Orange County Register to say that this was just a refurbishment of the parking lot. For any of us that had walked across this parking lot, it was pretty poorly maintained ever since guests stopped parking here, and it was just cast only. Disney kind of just let it rot, really. The trees that were in the parking lot had really uprooted a lot of the asphalt, and it became an unsafe place, especially for any of the cast members coming in and out of their shifts. So Disney had to redo that. They replanted all the trees, they put in new parking lot surface, but a lot of the construction over here had really tricked people into thinking potentially Disneyland Forward would start, because and that's not far off as far as the basis of that theory, because obviously right over here on the left hand side is Disneyland, just right over there. That's going to be Splash Mountain right there. So eventually, if Disneyland Forward were approved, Disneyland could use this space for Disneyland expansion. This is part of the proposal that they gave to the city of Anaheim as a space they would like to propose in the future to expand Disneyland all the way over to the Lilo side. But as we know, at least for right now, the construction that was happening was not related to any expansion. We won't be hearing about anything in regards to this space, at least, at any time in the near future, especially if they're redoing the parking lot like this. I would imagine, if Disneyland Forward would approve, this space would be utilized probably much further in the future. They just want to be able to have the option to do so. But there is another building being constructed over here still. We've looked at that quite a while. It's actually being painted now, and it's like decorated. I still don't know what it's for. My thought was maybe it was the pop-up location for Earl of Sandwich, and they were going to move it maybe somewhere over here. I don't know if that's true or not. That's completely speculation, just based off of what I thought. I know Disney confirmed we were going to get a pop-up location for Earl of Sandwich. It seems weird that they would be building a building right there, considering that that's kind of like the construction zone headquarters for the project over at the Disneyland Hotel. So obviously we wouldn't have guests accessing this space, but maybe when that project is done, they plan on kind of opening this up. Who knows? But it is a building. It's kind of small, kind of big, and maybe it is portable where they could move it closer somewhere in downtown Disney and have it be that pop-up location for Earl of Sandwich, like they had teased would be here until at least Disneyland expands downtown Disney and gives Earl of Sandwich its more permanent location. But I wanted to start here and talk about this because I know there's a lot of speculation about this. People had been asking about it. Just wanted to set the record straight on this one, since we had gotten that official word through the Orange County Register when they reached out to Disney for a comment. But I wanted to head over to Disneyland Hotel because, as you can see, if you recognize, it's actually getting a fresh coat of paint in a totally different in a totally different color than what it normally is. It's normally like a tan color, and now it's like a bright baby blue. So we're gonna go check that out, see what that looks like up close. Also check out the construction progress over at the Disneyland Hotel right now, and then head over to Paradise Pier Hotel to give you guys an update there, because I know a lot of people have some upcoming stays at both of these hotels and want to know what it looks like over there. And I know the Paradise Pier Hotel is getting ready to change big time, so that's going to be our first stop, and then we'll head into the parks right afterward. All right, guys, and taking a look at that building over here in the parking lot of Lilo, just across from the Disneyland Hotel's front entrance, I want to take a guess that this building's actually going to be a model of the DVC rooms in the new tower. It has that same look and feel of what the new tower is going to look like. I couldn't tell before, but definitely looking at it now, and excuse my voice for a second because it's going to pop out, but you can see it has that look and feel of the tower. So I have a feeling, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that that is going to be the Disney Vacation Club showroom when they start selling the Disney Vacation Club units over at the Disneyland Hotel. Now again, they're going to sell out fast at this resort. I can almost guarantee it, but yeah, they haven't gone on sale yet. I myself am a Disney Vacation Club member too, and I think it's a really great value, and I'm sure lots of Disney Vacation Club members are going to have a lot of enjoyment being able to stay at the Disneyland Resort, because right now the Grand Californian just doesn't have enough villas to accommodate those guests. So, but yeah, that's definitely what it is. I have a strong feeling. They have the showrooms behind the Frontier Tower of the Aulani villas, which I'm not sure if Disney is still selling at Aulani or not, if they sold out, but it makes sense that they would make model rooms for the Disneyland Hotel, and it makes sense that it's over there. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's what it is. All right, so we just made it over here to the Disneyland Hotel, and you can see right now half of this tower has been painted, and more so the Adventure Tower, so we can show you what that's going to look like. But it looks like they've gone with more of a neutral blue tone that kind of matches more towards the sky. I kind of always liked the tan color that the Disneyland Hotel had with the contrast of the blue windows, but right now it's going to be baby blue. So whether or not, I don't know how that really matches the new tower, but I'll show you what the Adventure Tower looks like so you can see more of the color scheme. All right, we're next to the Adventure Tower now, giving you guys a look at what it looks like with the new paint scheme. They painted the tan like a white, and it's got like blue striping with the lighter blue colors on top. I honestly don't really know where they're going with this. Maybe this is just like the first coat, but they still have all the scaffolding here, like they're still painting. So, and of course the Adventure Tower is really the only one that has this painting. On the side, you can see here's the old color scheme, kind of the tans and creams all the way up. Compared to, there's the new blue color right there on the side, and then compare it to this side where it's like white and blue striped. So I don't know if it's going to fit well with the new hotel tower over there, but we're going to go over there next and check that out for kind of how tall that's been. It's been way taller since the last time I was here, and you can see straight ahead they're prepping this side of the tower to paint it. You can see all of it's over here still faded. It's old. It hasn't been painted since 2011. Maybe a few touch-ups here and there, but that's when it received its blue paint. So, and you can see the Frontier Tower actually almost has its full paint job, the new one. So, I mean, it's okay. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. And we'll get an up-close look over here at the new paint color on the Frontier Tower as well. All right, we're just over here outside the Frontier Tower. You can see the walkway headed into the lobby over there, but here's a closer look at the color scheme, the final color scheme for at least the window side of the tower. So it's got kind of a teal, and then the navy blue remains along the window sills, and then a navy blue stripe kind of going up. So if I go over here to kind of give you guys a more kind of backed up view, and you can see this side of the Adventure Tower, by the way, while I'm over here, is still painted that tan color. So they still haven't done everything yet. It's going to take what looks like a really long time. So, but here's kind of an overview of that new color. So, I mean, it really does blend well in with the sky. I don't necessarily know that I like the contrasting of it with the tan on the bottom, but maybe that's all going to change. But let's head over to the main part of the lobby of the Frontier Tower so you guys can see what it looks like from that angle, and then we'll check out some of the construction on the new Disney Vacation Club Tower right up close. All right, and here's another angle just outside the front lobby here of the Frontier Tower. You can see the color scheme and the way it blends in with the balconies. It's going to be a little bit different at each of the towers because they're all slightly different. They were all built at different times. You can see they're still painting half of the Frontier Tower over there of the existing. But over in the Adventure Tower, the windows are a lot different there. Same with the Fantasy Tower. So they're all going to have a little bit of a different look, but I think they're all going to go with the same color scheme. So that gives you an idea what they'll all look like. But let's get some up close shots of this DVC tower. There's a lot of construction going on right now. It is very loud. Very, very, very loud. And again, guys, if you've seen any of my past videos on the Disneyland Hotel update with the DVC Tower, definitely keep that in mind when you're staying here, because it's going to be very, very loud all throughout the day when they're working on this new tower. All right, so here's a look at the construction of the tower just off the pool. You can see they've reached some really high heights on this tower. It's almost as tall as the other one, so they've made a lot of progress over here as they continue to go up. But there's a long time still left on this project. Of course, they've got to finish it. They've got to add the windows, and then of course on the inside, all the different interior work, electrical, plumbing, all that stuff. So it could take a really long time. But let's check kind of up close down here from the side. Give you that up close shot again. All right, so here's down below over here at the Goofy's Kitchen, and you can see it's much, much, much higher than when we were here last time. I would say they're probably already 6, 7, 8 floors up at this point if you're kind of comparing it with the Frontier Tower. But I don't know, hopefully we'll get an opening date for this hotel over at D23 Expo, just a little less than a month away at this point. But I would say it's probably a full year out. I could see this easily opening by potentially the end of next summer or next fall at the end of 2023. That seems likely, potentially, but we'll have to wait and keep checking on that. But they seem to be moving really quickly to make a pace like that. But that's about all the updates there are over here at the Disneyland Hotel. Other than the paint job and of course the construction on this new tower, not too many changes going on over here. They've got some extra crowding over at the pools. Keep that in mind. Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel guests are still utilizing the Disneyland Hotel's pool, so it can get a little more crowded. All right, everyone, so we made it to the back over here behind Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel, and not a lot has really changed back here. Guests staying at the hotel still cannot access the hotel through its back entrance. And again, the reason why that's very important, because this is their main entrance to the theme park. So guests would walk out and in this alleyway here and into downtown Disney, where we just came from, to get to the theme parks and downtown Disney. However, as we know, Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel just gained a brand new entrance into Disney California Adventure Park, like they had when they first opened as Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel back in 2001, or just after 2001 when it opened. However, there's not a lot that's changed around the backside as far as construction, but we're going to head into the front part in the lobby and see if that's been shut down yet, because there were rumors that the lobby was going to be changing before we knew it. And over here at the front half of the hotel, they haven't begun getting ready for anything to be painted yet. They did remove all of the decals on the outside of the hotel, but that's not new. That's been around for a while. It seemed like they were prepping the hotel really quickly to get repainted, but then kind of all of a sudden stopped and pulled everything away from it. So, and then ironically, the Disneyland Hotel started its repaint project. So I'm not quite sure what prevented them from going forward on this. Maybe they want to give us a few more details at D23 Expo before. They haven't given us the name of the hotel yet. We know it's going to be a Pixar themed hotel, but no name or date of opening or anything like that. So, but let's go ahead and head in the lobby now and check out if anything's changed since last time we were here. All right, so just off the lobby over here is the conference rooms that they have at the Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel. And the cast members mentioned that this space would actually be utilized for the future temporary lobby as the lobby gets redone, but none of that's currently under construction. There was a rumor that it was going to be starting soon, but it still hasn't been cordoned off yet. I feel like the project over here at the Paradise Pier Hotel really took kind of like a pause. Maybe until D23 Expo, I'm not quite sure, but everything in the lobby is still open and available at this time. You can see the front desk is still open. And then the Surfside Lounge isn't actually open, but seating is available in there. Then if the gift shop is open, and then PCH Grill still remains closed at the back of the hotel. So let's go ahead and head over now to the theme parks and check out what's new over there, because there's not a lot going on over here at the hotels. So an update over here at Disneyland Park is that the Matterhorn is now closed for an extended refurbishment again, but we don't have a reopening date for it. So the calendar only goes out so far, so we can't check on a date that it's actually coming back, but it is closed right now. They do have scaffolding up on all the water features. So you can see on this side too, the water feature is all scaffolded up. They have the walls all the way out here. They even have walls around the former Fast Pass distribution location, which was kind of being used by the guest relations hosts for like a spot for their booth, but they've all been kicked out of those areas now, and they're all being worked on during this refurb. Not sure what they're gonna do actually there. But yeah, the walls go all the way out over here and then continue around on the parade route. And again, this is going to be an extended refurbishment, but again, we don't have a date for the reopening. So unfortunately, if you are planning a trip soon, the Matterhorn's probably going to be closed. Check that refurbishment calendar. And let's go ahead and look at this here. Yep, it's just some old kind of artwork and history about the Matterhorn, but nothing really about kind of what they're doing. So we'll keep an eye on this one. And I always check the calendar to see when things pop back up as time continues on. But let's keep looking around Disneyland for some more updates.
So next I wanted to head over to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge over inside Disneyland Park. We saw some new construction pop up over here just across from the Droid Depot. And the unique thing about this location is this is the exact same place where they installed the start pad or game pad where you have to begin the game for Star Wars Batuu Bounty Hunters over at Walt Disney World in their Hollywood Studios park for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge there using the all-new Magic Band Plus. Now, construction walls popped up here in the same exact location, which basically confirms that Star Wars Batuu Bounty Hunters is going to be coming here to Disneyland Resort as well. So we'll have the same game to look forward to. And if you haven't seen a video about that yet, I'll go ahead and put a video from Ordinary Adventures in the description below.
In Hollywoodland, the Hollywood Lounge is actually closed. They still have the food truck open for some available drinks and food options, but the Hollywood Lounge itself is getting refurbished. Maybe it'll actually get signage that calls it the Hollywood Lounge. This location has been so many different things throughout the many years it's been here, for the Mad Tea Party, for electronica. But if you are a big fan of coming and mobile ordering your cocktails, beers, and other things over here at the back of Hollywoodland, the Hollywood Lounge is currently refurbished. I don't have an exact date, at least at the time I'm filming this, of when it's coming back, but I'll do some research, and if by the time I'm putting this video up, on the edit, if I find it before I'm editing, I'll go ahead and put it on the screen as an option, but we'll keep track of it too, so you know when it does come back up. But there's another quick change that I'll keep as part of this same update over here in Hollywoodland.
And that update is that the red car trolley over at Disney California Adventure is back in service and taking riders to and from the Hyperion Theater over in Hollywoodland. Now, the only location that the cast members told us that you could actually guarantee to get on the tram was from the Buena Vista Street station, just across from the main entrance as soon as you walk in. Now, they have two courtesy stops, as they mentioned when we were riding the tram, and that was over by the guest relations booth in Carthay Circle, just across from the fountain. And then the second location is going to be across from the entrance to the animation building in Hollywoodland. Now, technically, guests were not supposed to load in these areas because they have no space to actually queue up for the trolley when it arrives, but they did allow some guests to get on, so it kind of maybe guess figures on like which cast member is actually going to be there. But if you want to make sure you get on and can ride the whole thing, you can get on at Buena Vista Street, but keep in mind it is a one-way only trolley, so you have to get off at the end or at one of the courtesy stops. But you can pick it up daily, and you want to check the app for the run times of the trolley each day, or check with a guest relations cast member, which is what we did when we got to Disney California Adventure Park.
Another big change is over here at World of Disney. They actually have all the Halloween merch out now, or at least the first phase of it. They got a lot of different stuff over here. And they had, of course, a giant Mickey pumpkin that would light up that's already sold out. So I don't know. I know a lot of people were looking for that, but it's already sold out basically all over the whole resort. But if you're looking for the latest Halloween merch, it's already here at World of Disney. And if you don't have a magic key, you don't need one to come over here. So come check it out. They got costumes and all sorts of stuff. All right, everyone, thanks for watching the video today. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button on this video and leave a comment down below. We're gonna have some more videos coming soon, of course, on D23, like I mentioned. We're gonna talk about the D23 Expo app, as well as some places to stay for the Expo if you haven't booked that yet. All right, but thanks so much for watching again, and consider subscribing to the channel because there's a lot more stuff coming. But I appreciate you all, and we'll see you next time.